Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another episode of Love Verzuz Logic.
Can't laugh.
You can. Now, while I'm doing the intro, though, we back. Did you miss us? I'm your host with the most, Drew, a.k.a. Drew Wick, a.k.a. Dr. Drew Moore. I'm going to leave it at that today, man. I'm a little low energy. I'm here with my host. State your name, sir.
With my host. Like, I don't work for you, nigga.
I mean, my co-host.
I don't work for you.
Co-host.
Loki, same name as the week before last. Welcome to another episode of Love Verzuz Logic, episode 60. His energy is like a little low right now, and it's okay. Everybody got their day, but you had yesterday for that.
Dog, I've been up since yesterday.
Did you hit me up earlier and said you was about to take a nap? Was that cat?
No, I tried.
So you didn't get no rest?
Maybe an hour.
All right, so you did get rest. Back to the people. He's gonna pick it up. Once I start making his blood boil.
You about to make nothing boil.
No, not me. I mean the topic that we're talking about today.
The topic that we're talking about today.
You know what I'm saying? If you want to mock me, be a bird. Sick of this shit.
Come on, man.
So, how you want to bring it? You want me to ask you how you doing? Obviously, you said you're not feeling too good.
Tired, man.
Tired. You need a little break.
Yeah, man.
You need a little break.
For sure.
So, I mean, I get you. You don't want to elaborate on nothing about your tiredness or nothing?
Nah.
You want to talk about me?
None of these niggas' business.
Oh, all right.
I'm tired. I've been going, man.
You've been going for a minute, but now you're back though.
With the jump off. Goons in the club, case up and jump off. And back up for the hive, let the pumps off. Mm-hmm. And the graveyard is where you get dumped off.
No shout out. I can't shout out to Kim.
All she wanted to do was party. Buy everybody at the bar Bacardi. Black Barbie dressed in Bulgari. She trying to leave us somebody's Ferrari. There's only a few female rappers that you can actually rap what they was rapping.
Yeah, I see how you try to switch it up. And I know it's boiling deep inside. Like, you really wanted to say it.
True.
Like when you at home, like when they say Caucasian, say the N-word. Like, do you rap the lyrics like that? Mm-hmm. And do you be rapping like, oh, you do? I know you.
With the girls?
Yeah.
Stop playing with me, yo.
So you're not a city girl no more?
Yeah, I was never. Stop it.
Okay, whatever. You want to get into the regular five?
We can do that.
All right, we can do that then. I ain't gonna press you.
We just talked about as well. Anyway,
for sure.
I don't believe that people should be.
What an intro.
Yeah, no. Honestly, I saw something that bothered me and it made me think. Just like every other topic that we come across on this pod, and this significant others arguing in public. Number one, is it okay? Do you think that you should be arguing with your significant other in public?
You asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking you.
Oh, so this turned into the show.
Yeah.
Okay, hell yeah. Hash that shit out. Fuck her.
Oh, shit. You with the arguing in public?
Yeah.
I didn't expect that from you.
Because I'm lying.
I was about to say, oh, okay.
It's cat. No. And the reason why is you expect more from me.
All right, Miss Cleo.
But the reason why is because your business should be your business.
It should.
I want to start there. Then I want to start to saying, I made that mistake before.
Of arguing in the public?
Hell yeah.
How did it go?
Let me give you what I want to give you, and then just leave it from there. Don't question me.
Somebody's spicy.
I mean, I gotta get it hot in here for you to wake up.
Hot in here. Okay, Nelly. Go ahead.
I really was Nelly. Like, what's that 04?
04.
All right. But anyway, it came about a point where you having a conversation, like there's people around, you're having a conversation, differences come into play. You go to somebody else like, yo, you understand what I'm saying, right? Mm. It starts off careless if you leave it alone at that. You get what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with asking somebody, do you get it? But if it's personal, y'all should nobody else's opinion really matters. You get what I'm saying? So then you go from just trying to find somebody to agree with you, which is the problem. I shouldn't be trying to find somebody to agree with me. I should be trying to get you. My job is to get you to understand.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So I think it gets lost there. And hell yeah, we're just going back and forth. And I'm like, oh shit. Afterwards, it's like, oh, you wildin'. In my head, like, you wildin'.
When you ask somebody else's opinion, like when you bring somebody else's opinion into your relationship, at that moment, do you believe that you're prioritizing the win over the actual communication? Like you're trying to win the argument if you bring somebody else into your argument, right?
Me personally, we talking about this particular situation?
In general.
So ask me again, please. My bad.
When you bring somebody else into your conversation, like with your significant other, are you prioritizing the win? Like you're trying to win the argument over actually communicating and coming to a solution?
Yes and no. Because it can be both ways. Okay, so now I'm about to throw myself in there. I'm going to speak personally.
Do it.
It's not about winning.
That's what we've been waiting for.
My memoir is coming out. 24K. You get what I'm saying? All right, so when I did it, it wasn't to be right necessarily. My intent was to get you to see
that you wrong.
Like you wildin'. or my intent is for you to see that somebody else gets what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. It can be that way also. Or it can be that way where it's like, I just need to be right tonight. I'm not coming from that standpoint. I don't have to be right. Like I always say, I need you to understand. Mm-hmm. And if that comes with me being right, then so fucking be it. And I expect that for you to want me to understand you too. Right. That's where the problem coming at. You don't want me to get you? Like the vulnerability should be there?
It should.
Why, like you get what I'm saying? Why are we spending more days together, not growing closer? Mm-hmm. The longer we're going on, the more we're separating. Hello? That makes sense? So, but I might have went on a tangent.
So with that, right? Because when people bring another person in and like when you say, okay, well, you want your significant other to see that, hey, somebody else agrees with me. Is it that, because I do think that once you do that, you're prioritizing the win.
Okay. But let me ask you this though.
Go ahead.
And that's in all cases? Let me ask you that.
Yes.
Okay, so if I'm having a conversation with you and I go over here like, yo, this, that, and the third. Do you get this? I'm prioritizing my win over what? Over
actual communication.
It started from the communication. It started from me and you talking.
Right.
You don't get it. Okay, let me ask somebody else. So now you're saying that I'm choosing being right over a conversation. We already had the conversation. Now I'm just bringing another party.
When you say, okay, well, I want you to see that somebody else agrees with me.
No, I'm talking about from your definition, from what you just said. So it can't be for everything.
Maybe not. I mean, but I think for a majority of things that, yeah, it's like because I think that once I go to somebody, it's like, all right. I'm not trying to, because you didn't say, okay, well, I want somebody else to see if they can word it in a way that you will understand. Right? You said, okay, well, I want you to see that somebody agrees with me. Like, motherfuckers don't agree with you. Like, that's how I'm taking it.
And understand. I said understand first. Or somebody that understands what you're saying.
I mean,
I said that. Like, do you get this? And what do people do? Initially, if they get it, they say, yeah, he's saying this. That's 1, 2, 3 dominoes. They're going to fall like that. But the problem comes into where you asking somebody else for not advice. You asking somebody else's opinion on your relationship in front of them, right?
Right.
Where does that leave them at? Because this shit blew my mind. I'm like, oh, y'all motherfuckers don't get it.
You talking about the other person,
the other party that I'm talking to?
Right.
Now I'm livid. I'm like, you don't get it. But the thing is, though, after you sit back and relax a little bit, it's like, okay, I understand. You playing neutral.
See, and I don't like no, for real, because like I don't like.
I'm dead serious about that part.
Yeah, like I don't like to bring other people into it, right? Just for the simple fact that if me and my significant other are having a conversation, like I'm trying to explain something. So let's say I'm trying to explain something to her about how I feel, right? Whenever I feel, or whenever anybody feels a certain way, right? There are factors and things that led up to me feeling that way that I might not be able to express to a third party because I'm not. While I know that it affected me, I can't speak to it at the present moment. So now when you bring somebody into it, they're only looking at the surface level interaction, the surface level argument that y'all having.
Yeah, nothing about what's going on.
It's never just surface level.
1,000%.
It's never just surface level.
Yeah.
That's like I can't stand when I'm when I have a significant other and we're having a conversation and we're on opposite sides of the fence, and I'm trying to explain something like just something based on how I feel, and they're like, okay, well, what does that have to do with this? And I'm like, I'm trying to tell you what it has to do with this if you would just listen instead of being dismissive, because I think that most of the time people don't listen to understand; they listen to respond. That's how we get to the arguments. Right? Because it's like, I say something to you, now you get defensive instead of...
You good for that because you talk too fast. I always tell you, slow down. Slow down.
I'm not talking fast.
There you go. There you go. There you go. I just wanted to prove that point. I knew you tried to come back like a firecracker.
Slow. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
I can't help that. I'm quick on my feet.
See, you still going. Still going.
I can't help it. What you want me to do?
You want to be a granddaddy so bad.
Listen,
look at you. Quick,
pop,
quick.
Pop.
You crazy.
You dig?
That's funny though.
Yeah.
But when I say that, I'm saying like this particular situation happened. It came up because it was a conversation. It was appropriate.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? I'm not ever going to somebody with my personal shit. Let's get that personal clear. Because of that one thing you said, that's up front. It's because you don't know nothing about nothing else. Only thing you know is me telling you this and asking you how you feel about this. But I'm not giving you no background or nothing.
Aside from when you say you wouldn't go to anybody else with your personal business outside of a therapist, would you do therapy?
I don't even trust her.
You wouldn't? Why I got to be a her?
I don't trust him.
Well, I don't trust them. How about them? How about that?
Are you doing that thing?
No, I'm just saying. But you wouldn't? You don't think that? Because I think that sometimes
shorty connected.
You're funny. I think that sometimes I do believe that sometimes it's necessary because we don't hear each other, right? Like we don't always hear each other.
You want my wholehearted, honest answer?
Yeah, always. I don't ever want you to lie.
No, because I don't. A lot of shit is like straight to the point, and it sounds fairy tale-ish. No, I don't need to go talk to somebody. We don't need a mediator. We don't need that other person. Or what? I didn't even get to say what I want to say yet, because I think some people are gonna be mad.
Go ahead.
I don't need nobody else to tell us what the fuck we should be doing and not be doing. Do what the fuck I say.
Just so that's it. Just do what the fuck I say and we be good.
Yes.
But she don't get that, so that's why you need the other person. Because I do think that you need to be in safe spaces.
That's my thing. She get it. She don't want to do it, but she still want to be with me though.
But this is and in that, right?
So what's that called? She toxic.
And I think that there comes a toxic point in almost all relationships.
Yeah. But let me go back to that though. When I say do what the fuck I say, I mean that though.
I know
and I mean that and vice versa, but we're not gonna use those terms when you're referring to me.
Like, don't talk to me like that.
Yeah.
I never talk to you like that.
But you get me though.
Yeah,
but you get me though.
I can talk to you like that because I'm the alpha.
And I say that because if you really want to be with this person, do it. If not, get the fuck out the way. And that's how I wholeheartedly feel.
I'm with you. I am with you because I can absolutely tell my significant other, yo, this is bothering me. If you did this would help us move forward. I don't need somebody else to tell me, to tell you what it is that I want you to do. I can absolutely articulate that. But I think the problem comes in where...
That's an important statement too. Because you say, I can articulate that. Like, you get what I'm saying? Yeah. You can. And that brings me to say, just because we might not agree, it might be for other people who can't articulate themselves in a relationship. So I do understand that. I'm not knocking it.
Right.
I'm just talking about for me personally. Yeah. So that's on the head.
Even in my ability to articulate, I understand that everybody's not on the same mental level, right? Like, because here's the thing, and I don't spend too much time just on this specific aspect of it because I want to touch on another aspect of arguing in public, which is significant other. But when it comes to somebody understanding me, right?
Somebody put butter on my footstep.
Right? Yeah. When it comes to your partner or your significant other understanding you, I do believe that it's something that they have to want to do.
Do you think any of your partners understood you? We can skip it. Go ahead. I know I put you on the spot. I'm not going to do that to you. You get what I'm saying?
I want to answer the question, but I want to answer the question.
We come back to
appropriately.
We come back to another time. I know I put you on the spot on that. That's a deep question.
It is. It's a very. It's not just a surface question.
I get you.
Because, but anyway, like that's something that you have to want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you go into it not wanting to listen to what the fuck it is that I'm saying, because this is what we do, right? I can sit up here and say, look, okay, like I said, I'm the type of guy, I don't want to sit up here and keep going back and forth over the same thing. Okay, it's like, yo, once we volley 1 or 2 times, it's like, all right, cool. What are we trying to do? We trying to get to a solution? Okay, what do you think the best outcome for this is? And then that's when motherfuckers turn on me and it's just like, oh, well, you don't know how to communicate. You don't. This is absolutely communication. I'm like, okay, well, clearly we on 2 different sides of the spectrum. Where's the common ground for us to come and meet in the middle?
That's the gold.
Right, like that's
a lot of people don't get the goal. You never meet to the middle.
That's it. Like, yo, let's just get to the middle, find a solution that works for now until we can find a better solution.
We just work on that from here.
That's it.
We take one day at a time. One foot in front of the other.
But if people don't want to listen, if you don't want to listen, if you come into it, like I said, like I was in a situation, a motherfucker was like, oh, okay, well, let's go to therapy. All right, cool. Like I'm with it.
Mm-hmm.
The moment they said, I can't wait for somebody else to tell you're wrong, I was like, I'm not doing it.
For sure.
I'm not doing
for the wrong reasons.
It's like, absolutely, you're not going to try to fix the problem. You going because you think I'm the problem. And you want me to be wrong.
And that may be true.
It can be true.
But
it's like, you want somebody else to tell me that I'm the problem. Like, but
why could that? I think that's always true.
But this is the thing though, right? Because I look at it like this. Okay, so if I say, hey, well, if this person says, let's go to therapy, and I say, okay, I'm clearly willing to work on something, right? And if you say, well, I can't wait for somebody else to tell you that you're wrong, I don't see in that instance how I could be the problem, because I'm the one that's clearly willing to work on it, and you're the one that you're prioritizing the win. You can't have a successful relationship prioritizing the win over the communication.
The question should be, you out of it, your relationship out of it. Why not say, hey, I want to go to therapy to understand you better? You get me saying? Why? Fuck it. You therapy people. I understand the power of therapy and all of that good stuff, but there's a lot of y'all fake motherfuckers out here. Why not go to therapy to understand your partner? Why not take that initial step? Why wait for some shit to be going wrong? And it's going to sound crazy if shit going good while you're going to go to therapy. Because shit can get better.
Always.
Everything is not 100%.
Always.
Why not take that initiative to learn your partner better?
Yes.
Why always go to try to fix some shit? Allegedly, that's what you're supposed to be doing. But like you just said, motherfuckers going in with that mentality.
Right.
Let's let a doctor tell you that you're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can't refute it.
And just to stay on this topic, but also move to the next, right? Because we're talking about communication and we're talking about arguing in public. I understand getting into little tiffs, right, in public, because it's just natural. Like, it's something that happens.
Mm-hmm.
We should always be in control of our emotions to the point where we don't allow certain things to come out during those tiffs, right? Because everybody doesn't need to know what it is that we're going through, because I believe this. I believe that when you're in a relationship in public, we should always be in control of our emotions, because I would hate for someone who's a master manipulator to be able to see us and like that vulnerable and then be able to manipulate us because they saw something in our situation that they could capitalize on. Yeah, it's like when men and women argue, man and man, woman and woman, partners argue out in public, there should never be a situation where you start to try to embarrass
1,000%.
That is absolutely not okay.
It's over after that.
It's like, yo, what are you doing? Like, what the fuck are you doing?
After all of this, then what?
We got to go home.
No. Fast forward to home.
Right.
Now we're home. What's going on?
Because
I don't even think I want to be there no more.
Right, because like I said, nothing is surface.
Even if I'm the one that did the screaming down, it's like, you got to know shit ain't going to be right.
Right, yeah. Because that's another thing that's going to be added on to the problems you already have.
What?
Because nothing is ever surface level, right? Because everything that happens in a relationship, it sticks. right? Like if you buy your girl flowers on Monday, right?
Next Monday she want flowers again.
Because
Like let them shits die first.
Like it's stuck, right? It's like that gesture stuck. So now it's like, okay, when you don't do that, it's like, oh, like what's going on? Why are you not doing that?
On anything, I was thinking about this earlier. About patterns and shit. Like relationship ain't shit but patterns.
It is. That's true.
A lot of people look for something to stick out that pattern.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like if you're going on pattern, let's say it's 100 tiles, right?
Mm-hmm.
And let's say 53 is out of place.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna focus on 53, but everything else is in place.
I mean, that's more than half.
No. Just number 53 tiles.
Oh, okay, I got you.
That's the one that's out of place.
Right.
Everything else in place. The other 99 in place, but that's what we do.
But that's because that's
what we do. That ain't right. That's different.
It's trauma, right? It's PTSD. It is, right? Because like we're humans. Like we go based upon our experiences. So it's like the moment you have to be able to recognize things. So it's like, wait a minute. The intuition goes, oh,
no, I mean in general.
Yeah.
In general, I'm saying like we so built on patterns.
Yeah.
Everything is a pattern. Let's just say she get home at 6:30 every night.
Mm-hmm.
This night she get home at 7:00.
What happened?
Fuck happened?
Exactly. Absolutely.
And that's what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
1 through 100, and just number 53 is out of place. All of them shits was like this, but we all, you get what I'm saying? That's how we train.
I mean, because
it depends on
because this is why, like, you could do a good job covering up 99 things, but one of them things slipped through the crack.
And you see how that got your mind to think?
I'm from North.
You see how this shit got you?
I'm from North.
See, we pointing out the problems. That is the problem. You see how quick you think to, but nah, yo. Listen, I mean, get it, but how you gonna love?
We gotta protect ourselves, baby.
So just shoot her.
What the fuck?
If she tells, she ain't for you.
You bugging. What's wrong with you?
Oh, now I'm bugging. You don't know, right?
What the fuck is wrong with you?
All right. You can dwell on it if you want.
This guy's
We can talk about it. But if she tells, she ain't for you.
Anyway, move right past that. When trying to embarrass your partner, like saying something, you have to realize that what comes out your mouth, it cannot be taken back. And it also reflects on you. Because if I'm in a relationship and I tell my partner, yo, it's things about you that I wouldn't want my daughters to replicate, right?
Yeah, that's...
Here's the thing. Number one, why would I say that in front of people, right? Because now I'm trying to embarrass her, right? And then number two, what is that saying about me? Because if it's things about you that I don't want to be replicated in my daughters, then why am I with you?
How we potting today? Am I giving you any pullback?
Look, be honest.
Okay, so what was said to him before then?
Oh, you talking about?
So we got to think about that. What I'm asking you is, what type of pod is we doing today? This is right in front of y'all. What type of pod are we doing today? Because I could refute a lot of shit that you're saying. I just want to ask the questions, or you just want to run through and just keep this shit off.
Go ahead.
Okay, so what was said to him before then? For him to say that? Was something said to make him say that?
I'm saying if I started it. I'm not saying if reaction.
Okay, if you started it. Got you.
Yeah, I'm not saying reaction.
You just came out the blue saying shit like that in front of people.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Absolutely.
It's crazy either way, but I just wanted to, I thought you were talking about that story.
Especially, I mean, I can reference where it came from. Jock and his wife were doing
I ain't say shit, but I got you.
Like they was doing an interview, and they brought something up, and I think that she stepped way out of fucking line when she said that there were things about him that she didn't want his sons, not only the child that they had, but his sons to replicate.
Okay, when you first heard that, what was the first thing that came to your mind? Go.
That has nothing to do with what the question that was initially asked of you.
What was the question?
It was something about
some other shit ain't had nothing to do with it.
A young lady that was on the show or whatever.
And then she just came out with the fire.
Yeah, like she came out with that, but also said other things, right? Because I don't want to downplay it.
Got you.
But I will say that I commend him and I respect him for how he handled that.
Okay.
But
how would you feel if your wife? How would you put yourself in those shoes? Your wife sit down here and tell you, it's shit about you. I don't want my son to be doing. Mm-hmm. That's what was said.
Right. Yes.
Or some traits about you I don't want my son to have.
Yes.
In front of people. All right, go.
In front of people, like, yo, we can talk about that in public. I mean, in private.
That's what you're gonna say on cam.
I'm dead in that shit.
Gotcha.
I'm dead in that shit.
You're not
right
even gonna let this shit.
It's like
get to a fire,
right? Because like
sure.
I said, the way he handled it was perfect. Me myself is because if you here's my thing. I'm big on how people view me.
Okay, so you care about what people think of you.
Let me get through it.
Asking, go ahead.
When I say I'm big on how people view me, I mean if we friends and I feel like you view me in a negative light, we ain't friends.
For sure.
Like, because how could you be friends with somebody that you view so negatively?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm in a relationship and you sit up here, you talking about me, it's like, all right, well, I feel like this. If you feel this way about me, it's no way that you could 100% be in this with me. So therefore, I got to cut ties. You're not about to sit up here and talk to somebody dead in front of my motherfucking face and then try to show them a hole in my armor. Are you showing them my weak spot? What are you doing? We're never doing that. And I want to make sure that people know the difference between responding and then going like tit for tat. Because in this situation where if a person says, hey, you know, there's things about you that I don't like. If I say, well, of course, there's some things about you that I don't like as well, but this is not the time or place to discuss that. I'm responding trying to get past this. I'm not going tit for tat, but I'm letting you know, like, I'm trying to show you how ridiculous it is for you to say that in front of someone.
I talk, Master.
Go ahead, Master.
Now, I like the way you broke all that stuff down. Here we go again. Is it a fine line between that?
Tit for tat and responding, trying to move past it?
Yeah. Is it a fine line between responding and tit for tat?
There is, and it goes based upon feeling.
For sure, I think tit for tat is you doing it just to get back at me.
Yeah,
it's like facetious.
Yes,
and that's why I always say I don't do shit tit for tat. I always do shit like, all right, this is what we doing. Cool. So I don't ever see it.
But that sounds like tit for tat.
That's what I'm saying. And that's why I always had this argument with people.
The way you say, "Oh, this is what we doing."
Cool,
but no. See,
but here's the difference. Is this what we doing? Cool. This is what we doing. Versus, oh, you did this. Now I'm gonna do this to get back at you. That's not tit for tat.
But those two things it do sound the same.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, but the way you put it.
But everybody gonna tell me, oh, nah, nigga, that's tit for tat.
No, yeah, the way you put it sounds the same. Like the way you put it sounds the same. Because it's this is what we doing? Because there's no.
I'm asking you.
No, but saying, yo, this is what we doing in itself is facetious.
How?
This what we doing?
See, that's the problem. I'm asking a question, but is this what we doing? Obviously, I came to you about something, right? I came to you about a problem. Mm-hmm. You don't see no problem in it. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. This what we doing?
Y'all see?
Cool.
Just like, nah,
this is what we doing.
That's
and then somebody gonna say, oh, that's tit for tat. How? This is what we doing.
This is what we. And I'm gonna tell you how we.
This is what we doing.
For sure. No, but look. I'm gonna tell you why I don't get sucked into that trap and how you could maybe
hate me.
And how you could maybe not get sucked into that trap. Don't allow them to dictate what y'all doing. You always dictate what y'all doing.
What are you talking about?
And when you in a relationship, like, because when you say, okay, is this what we doing? Because of course you're trying to alert them as to them fucking up, right?
Oh no. You gotta give me advice.
No. But I'm like, because that's like this is what I do.
No, give me advice.
This is what I do. I don't allow them to dictate what we're doing. Because I'm always on the same type of time. Nah, I'm not stooping down on nobody else's level.
I understand that.
But this should sound like tit for tat, no matter how you slice it.
What is tit for tat? I mean,
I'm doing this because you did it.
But earlier I said,
like, jab.
I'm doing this like to be facetious.
Yeah, like jab.
Okay.
I'm a jab back.
So now I'm asking you. Is this what we're doing?
Yeah, like when you said, like, I got to get my lick back.
No, I'm asking you, is this what we doing? And you're like, yeah. It's like, all right, this is what we doing. This is what we do now.
This is what we do now. That's not healthy. That's not helpful.
But if it's okay, but if you don't see no problem in it.
But that's the thing.
Then why is it a problem when the other person do it? It's not tit for tat. This is
But that's the thing, right?
This is what we doing.
But that's the thing, right? Because truth be told, we all come to the point where is motherfuckers be like, okay, well, they can see the wrong in something that you do, but they can't see the wrong in them doing the same thing. They can't recognize it for whatever fucking reason.
That's all it is.
And the reason is that they don't want to see it.
Like, no. But they see it when you do it.
Yeah. But when you do it, not when they do it.
But this is the thing. This is what we doing now. So now when I make it an us thing, now we both doing it. Now it's like, how? Now we supposed to have a tip for tat episode, but we don't gotta get into that, man. I'm fully equipped for that situation, man.
But that's tip for tat though.
See, now what I say, niggas always gonna say, nah, but that's tip for tat.
But that's no, because the way you coming.
But that's why I didn't ask you niggas. That's all I'm trying to. That's why I didn't ask you niggas.
I mean,
motherfuckers always got to answer for some shit that's not asked of them.
I mean, you know,
and that's the problem with the world.
I got the answers.
That you're not Iverson. He's the only one.
I got
only 3. I know I threw up 4. Relax, man. Hands got tangled.
But bro, man, from the 5th floor, you heard?
Okay, so you don't see any situation. You said only tiffles or whatever words you said. Tiffs. You only use tiffs. Yeah. That's the only thing that you see that you let it slide, but like a full-blown argument, disclosing information, blah, blah, blah. That's corny shit.
Absolutely, because in the situation, right? Like, and we're gonna get out of here soon. In the situation, you can, like, a woman could say, and I will say this about that little situation there, because she said some shit. She was like, yeah, you know, like, I cheated in the beginning. Like, don't motherfucker, don't try to minimize what the fuck you did and maximize my shit. Like, don't magnify my shit. Because she said that.
So
like,
she cheated.
She said, because, yeah, I cheated in the beginning.
So woman cheated. And what did dude do? Like, he cheated recently?
He cheated too.
Recently?
No, not recently. But she's saying that, okay, well.
So they both cheated.
Like, yeah, but that's tit for tat. You can't go tit for tat.
How, if that's what we're doing?
No. But that's not where I'm going with it.
Got you.
That's not where I'm going with it.
God gonna turn off that bullshit. You gonna turn it off? Turn it off.
Can you get a manly alarm or some shit? Like, what is that?
I don't want to wake up angry.
Like that would angrily wake me up.
This is my nap.
My nap. Don't minimize what you do and try to magnify what it is that I did. Don't do that.
That's
don't
the whole episode.
Ever do that. Like,
but we all do that though. To a certain extent, we all do that. It's like, nah, like, you wild. I didn't even do all that. You don't get a nigga back like that. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
But they always say you can't tell a motherfucker how to get their get back.
You can't tell somebody how to react.
And I get it, but trust me, I get it.
Let's be adults.
We ain't doing all that. It's like sometimes people could go overboard. People use that phrase to violate.
Right.
It's like, it ain't even in your heart to do it, but it's like, because I know I could just back it up just by saying you can't tell me how to react to some shit you did because you did it first. I could do whatever the fuck I want.
You can't.
So I'm going to do it.
But you can't.
That's hateful to your partner.
Yeah, absolutely.
To the person that you're going to end up being with afterwards.
Like, and this is why I said, like, so if you view me as such a bad person, like, yo, just get away from me.
But they love you.
I don't give a fuck.
Okay, so
that don't mean anything. Love don't mean shit.
So they bad and they good. So your good has to outweigh your bad then.
Your good has to out.
For sure. Because your partner's not going to think, whatever. Your partner's not going to think of you like 100%.
You mean they're not going to think that you're 100% good?
Yeah. Uh-huh. And I don't mean that in, this is going to sound crazy, I don't mean that in such a negative way. But it's everyone's flawed in some type of area.
We all have flaws. That was perfect right there. Because I was going to say, oh, yeah, we all got faults. But yeah, you beat me to it. Yeah, because we are flawed. We're human beings, right? Like, we walking and talking contradictions.
But are you willing to work on it?
That's all that matters, yeah.
I'm not asking you. I'm asking them motherfuckers.
I'm saying, like, but that's all that matters. Like, if you're willing to work on it, then, like, if I'm showing you that I'm putting the work in, now you can decide how long you're going to wait for a change. But I think that if somebody shows you, okay, well, they're trying to work on it, I mean, you give them a chance.
But that's the thing too, though. And I know you're not saying this, but the motherfucker that's actually trying to work on themselves, sometimes I feel like they say that I'm doing all of this extra shit, but you're not doing anything different. And then the person on that end to be like, I didn't have to do anything different.
To begin with, yeah.
So that's kind of lopsided to the other person viewing point. No.
I think that's situational, and but yeah, like if we have a problem and okay, we decide, because I think you both have to decide on that.
So that means you stop growing
What do you mean?
in the relationship. Okay, you got a problem with this person. Okay, so now they're doing more to try to meet some type of standard that you want, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then what are you doing on your side? You just still being the same regular OG?
I mean,
so that person
if
can
they
probably
didn't-
see that
but if they did they have a problem with me prior to me voicing my problems with them? Because if they didn't have a
Gotcha.
problem with, how about, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like,
Yeah.
you ain't have a problem with me until I did.
it's life.
You get what I'm saying? So, but I say this, and then we're gonna get out of here. Yo, don't all that arguing in public. No, like if you in a relationship, you need to be a unified front, like just like with your family. Like, yo,
Us versus them.
yeah,
That's my
always,
motto.
always.
That's my mind. I be like, yo, I don't care if I say the sky is neon green. You be like, I do kind of see that shit. Hey, yo, we out. Be a dummy for me. I'm gonna let you know. We be like, yo, nah, you bugging, but we gonna rock together. Don't let these niggas attack me,
Absolutely.
cause I got your back like that too. We are a unit. When we leave this house, we are one, and we stronger together. So don't let these niggas separate you.
Cause baby, you make
feel
me
me?
better. You make me better.
The right one would.
I'm waiting on them.
You ain't got nothing but time.
Ooh.
You know how we do. Yo, the mixtape coming. Mixtape coming.
Listen, man, it's another episode of Love Verzuz Logic. You know what it is, man. Stay classy
And a little trashy.
Don't do that.